Okay, today let's talk about something super popular these days, right? And that is group buys. So I was really very late to the game. 6 months ago, I didn't even know there's such a thing called group buys, right? And when I learned about group buys, right, I thought, it was quite a very novel idea. It's quite an idea where, buyers win and sellers also win, right? So very interesting as a business person. I think this is something remarkable. Right, so for those who don't know what a group buy is, right, group buy is technically a time-limited organized event where everyone or anyone can come together and purchase something in bulk, right? And when you buy in bulk, right, then you can actually reduce the cost of shipping and then able to get bulk discounts and a lot of other freebies, right? So there are so many group buys out there today from the small things like the kids stuff, the children's stuff, even to fresh meats and even to air cons and mattress, right? And group buys is especially very useful in a HDB BTO project, right? Because there will be so many of us trying to get the same things, right? Like mattresses, aircon, water dispenser, fridge, everything else, right? Even sofa as well, right? So it makes sense that new homeowners can come together and organize all these group buys. Right, so for myself, right, I got into many of these group buys right through my BTO chat group on Telegram, right, and the chat group has all sorts of group buys, right, and many are initiated by homeowners themselves and asking the sellers to actually organize them. So the question is, are group buys really worthy or not, right? Are they too good to be true? And my answer to that is really yes and no. Right, there are some things that it makes sense to join group buys, but there are also some you should definitely avoid. So I have heard about group buy nightmares, and you wouldn't want to be part of it. So here are the 5 things to consider when you want to join a group buy, when you are consider going for a group buy. So number one, items in the group buy should come with warranty, right? The standard kind of warranty, right? Specifically for electronic appliances and things like that, right? These items bought from a group buy should have the same kind of warranty terms as what you have bought or purchased yourself in the other stores, right? Because you never know if these things are cheap for a particular reason, or maybe they are just too good to be true, right? And it may mean something else, like faulty products or this particular batch of products. There are some issues, and sellers are trying to get rid of it at a lower price, right? So warranty is a must, and there must be a clear way of claiming your warranty, right? So you have to do your part. You have to do your due diligence to clarify the warranty terms. Next, number two, it must be a credible seller. I would personally avoid those group buys that are organized by small or unknown companies, because group buys will always come with certain risks, right? Because of cheaper price, there might be underlying motivations behind them. And again, it can be faulty products, or it can be they collected money and then they go MIA. So if the amount is substantial, then it is best that you do some research about the company, and you have to research online, read the reviews, look at their company website to make sure that the company organizing the group buy is credible or not. Number three, this is especially important for electronic appliances, right? And that is fast obsolete items, right? Products like TVs, mobile phones, all these items tend to refresh very quickly. Every year or every 6 months, there are new versions of it. And sellers are always trying to clear their old stock, right, before the new stock actually comes. So while sometimes it seems to be okay, you can buy the old version, not too much of a difference. But some gadgets older versions will not be a good idea, right? Especially when you weigh in the discount. For example, you get a 5% off in a group buy to get the current model. But the new model that is coming out soon, coming out next month, have newer features and more useful kind of stuff and functionalities and things like that. Then the 5% may not be a very good idea anymore, right? So to me, items worth group buys will be those that don't refresh that quickly. So maybe aircon, fridge, water dispenser, right? Even with new models, the differences are not so different anyway. Number four, as I have mentioned before, the discount all the saving has to make sense, right? It is not actually meaningful to go for a 5 to 10% discount and the item goes obsolete quickly, or that very small discount actually causes you a lot of inconvenience, like you need to travel very far to collect it, or you need to wait 6 to 9 months before you can collect the item. So, these are things that you have to watch out for. The worst is that the seller, right, has some other better deals during like Black Friday or some kind of like events, 9/9 events, 10/10 events, right? Where the discounts are far better than the group buys. And because you are locked in the group buy, then you cannot cancel your order and get those discounts. So if the discount is not substantial, then maybe it doesn't make sense to really join those group buys. And lastly, number 5, easy to buy items are not exactly worth participating in a group buy, because when it is easy to get, right, easy to buy or widely available, then the savings will not be as appealing, right? Easily there will be similar deals happening, going on, right? And you probably can get a 30% discount in a shop where you can collect the item immediately on the spot, right? Compared to 30% similar kind of like discount, but you have to wait 4 weeks in a group buy. Then doesn't make sense, right? So for the hard to buy items, then it makes sense, right? Because if finding the item yourself or getting it shipped to you can be really very costly or very challenging or difficult, right? Yes, then the group buys makes a lot of sense, as it helps to reduce your effort on getting all this stuff. So really, ultimately, looking at all these 5 considerations, right, it boils down to if the group buys are worth the effort and worth the risk or not. So if all these make sense, then why not, right? So if you are getting a BTO, so make sure you join the those chat groups, right? Because that's where you can find all the group buys, right? Some have chat groups on Telegram, some have chat groups on WhatsApp, and they do have organize a lot of such group buys to consolidate their orders together to get a better deal. So make sure you check them out. And at the same time, right, check out my past videos as well, right, where I really talk about like my floor plan, my upcoming floor plan, my mood board, how I put everything together, and many things else, right? And make sure you subscribe to my channel, right, so that you can follow me on my upcoming renovation. Key collection will be really very soon for me. So happy to share a lot more interesting stuff with you guys. So until next time, I will see you in my next video.